But let me finalize by bringing in probably an issue that may be controversial as we discuss about what we are discussing, and this, which relates very well to Kibaki Trevor, and I think is an issue that we would need to be thinking about and talking about, is how, as a country, do we want to be resting our presidents when they have passed on? I think this is a question that would be asking ourselves, because when I look at after President Jomo Kenyatta passed on, you see we interred him and we have rested him at the mausoleum next to Parliament. And remember, all these presidents are part of our eternal history. Yeah. I mean, it matters to this country that if generations and generations want to learn how we liberated ourselves, who took over, how Kenyatta did what he did with his other heroes, and then handed over to Moi and so on. Would we, as a country, want to have a more organized, maybe centralized way of resting our heads of state? I mean, do we want to have President Moi have his mausoleum and his resting place in Kabarak? Now Kibaki will be in Othaya. I heard that there were discussions that the family of Mr. Jomo Kenyatta may want to be taking his remains after some time from the mausoleum and maybe have them rested in Gatondo, his home. Yeah. Would we be better off as a country probably having a conversation around why not, for example, expand that mausoleum that we have already built, and once you expand it, make it a museum of history or a place of history for heads of state, that you could rest them there and have the histories of our presidents in succession, just like the way, Trevor, let me finalize that point, just the way if you today walk into any cathedral, you'll find that they have the photographs of the first mayor, the second mayor, the first bishop, the second bishop, the third bishop, the whatever, until the reigning. If you go into any of the other offices of civil servants, you'll find that that's the first one, the second one. I mean, they have that. Yeah. If you go to most of the other countries, you'll find that history is preserved. I've had an opportunity to go to Hiroshima, and I went to the place where they have immortalized the fate of what happened to those people. You find that the remains are there. They have a good history of everything and everybody. Same thing has happened in Rwanda after the genocide. They have preserved that history. I was musing to my mind and asking ourselves, why not have a conversation? Why not have probably a law that requires then that when somebody is elected head of state, even the family knows that that person has been owned. And by the way, it is not a new concept. In the Catholic faith, and even in other religions, if you die when you are a father at a certain level, you have to be buried here at St. Mary's. And your family agrees to it. So that kind of concept, would it help us manage our history well, so that you could have our presidents interred at the mausoleum? It is expanded. Maybe it's
time to have that conversation.
That our people...